What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. Tonight, the judges will visit 3 very different homes, scoring each of them out of 10. The home with the highest score will go through to the final at the end of the series. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design are design legend Hugh Wallace.
What I'm looking for in this competition is where the owners got their hands dirty.
Renowned interior designer Deirdre Whelan.
Personality is important in a home because it reveals something about the people that live there, their character, what they're interested in.
And introducing award-winning architect Peter Crowley.
The very best homes will have ingenuity and creativity and stop me in my tracks.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. Robin and Julie Wilson live with their daughter Zara in a 5-storey architectural home in County Down.
It's quite unusual in that it's built into a hill and it's 5 stories. So basically it's an upside-down house.
The house itself, it's really quite simple in construction in that the 3 bedrooms on the right-hand side, they are all identical. So it's like 3 boxes just plonked on top of each other. And then the other side of the house is the garage and the playroom and then our bedroom. And that all supports then the living area, the box on the top. We have a stairwell in the middle of the house and that's where all of the circulation runs off. So all of the bedrooms are accessed from that, as is the living room.
I think the style is contemporary. I mean, originally, we never thought we would have a house like this. You know, we sort of would have been more traditional. And when just we saw the design, the open plan, everything, we just fell in love with it.
This is my favourite spot in the whole house. It's got the view, but you've also got a good connection with anything that's going on in the living room and also within the dining area. And that's really why this is my favourite spot. I'm pleased, certainly, with the result. And on some level, I'm proud of what we did. Yeah, because we've got a nice home out of it.
The judges must now assess the home armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners.
Nice quiet lane, isn't it? It's a lovely setting.
Yeah, I can see this timber box perched up there like a treehouse.
Yeah, looks interesting.
Yeah.
It's quite a sizable house and you really have to look up to just take in the full view of it.
Peter, what's your interpretation of the architecture here?
I like it. I think the composition is good. You can see the central glass shaft here. That's going to have all of the stairs, all of the vertical movement in it. And then they'll have put the rooms either side. I'm interested to see how they've linked it all to make it work and eventually to see what's going on up there.
Ooh, well, there's a lot of floors to go. Look at that for a view, wow. I love the fact that they've gone for the entire facade in glass, floor to ceiling, so you really capture that amazing view out there.
What you'd notice here is that this house was built into a steep site. So when we came in, you wondered why the spaces are shallow. But as you get up and we get on top of that bank, now we get the full depth and this apartment sits on top of that. I think it's a really interesting way to exploit the section.
39 steps up to this level. And it is like an apartment, Peter, you're absolutely correct. So it's a very well thought out and considered home in terms of, as you say, the fact that it's on a very steep site. So all the windows are facing this way, but up at this level, you can get the south sun, which is so important to the area you live in. Beautifully engineered staircase, but overall in this room, there's sort of an echo.
Absolutely, and certainly the hard materials that we have around the room don't help. A huge big rug in here would certainly make things better. The other thing I struggle with is the colour scheme. You've got, everything is red and purple, it's in the artwork, and then you've got the green corner, which is the dining area. Even though it's bold, it's very safe.
That old saying, red and green.
Should never be seen.
There we go.
The volume of the space has really begun to reveal itself now, hasn't it? Lower at the back and taller at the front, so we can see there's another living space up above here with an even more elevated view out.
I don't know whether I'd feel comfortable up here by myself. I feel quite alone.
I could sit here all day, Hugh. There's a ferry going by right now in the shipping lanes outside. The view to Carrickfergus is spectacular. I think it's excellent.
This is great. The kitchen is elevated. I really like what I'm seeing from here. You know, you've got the dining space, the living space, and that spectacular view beyond. And I imagine that's why the owners have selected this as their favourite spot. I think it's an excellent choice.
The lacquered finish in the timber all of a sudden just gives that little bit of punch of colour and warmth in the kitchen. I'd like to have seen more of this used in the rest of the units. I think this space is too narrow. If I'm here at the cooker and somebody's passing by me or they're at the sink, it's all very close and for me it doesn't work.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Right up in the apex.
That is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
The one thing I would change about this space, it just feels a bit the same as where we've come from. I'd really like to have seen them bring something individual, like a library or something like that. Something you'd go to, a destination.
I really love the idea, what you were saying about a library space or a study, so that there's a functionality associated with this room. Otherwise, it's just repeating what it has downstairs. Nice, isn't it? Very calm and restful bedroom.
It's interesting because when we approached the house earlier, the 2 slot windows on this side were clearly at an odd level, and I wondered what it might be. Now that we're up here, it's revealed itself. When you lie down and you get that incredible view out, it works.
And when you stand up, it doesn't. So I'd like to have seen that window higher.
There also seems to be quite large dressing and ensuite spaces to the back here, so it's very simple. It's what I think a bedroom needs to be, just simple, functional, and it does all the right things.
I think this room is quite cold, you know, I've got more white, and I'd love to have seen colour in here, little light greys, mushrooms, you know, taupes. I think it would have made a huge difference in this room.
I know what you're saying. I actually quite like the feeling in here. Maybe it's a bit monastic, but I like the simplicity of it, and I really like the dressing on the bed. I love the colour tones. I think it's perfect for a bedroom. There's a freshness and calmness about it.
The home will now be marked out of 10. 1 score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
Often the potential in a difficult site like this is not realised due to a lack of creativity or ambition on the part of the homeowner. That is certainly not the case here. I'm delighted to award this house a 9.
The master bedroom is calm and restful, and I like the restraint shown in the choice of colours, which I would have liked to see more of in the living area. There's also an issue with acoustics, which is really unresolved, and for that reason, I'm going to give this home a 7.
The homeowner's use of this tight site has been very clever. This home was full of architectural promise, with views to die for.
Artist Cara Nagel and her partner Alan Crosby live with their family in converted stables in South County Dublin.
It being a horseshoe-shaped building, there's curved walls throughout the house, so everything was custom made so that it could go snugly right up against walls and again maximise space. The overall colours in the house are pastel and they're slightly muted, and we felt those soft colours just allowed the house to breathe.
The staircase is a really big feature in the whole house, and it's because it's open with the bars, so you can see right through it, and it works well for the house.
The round window out the back in the new bedroom, I suppose the name of the house is Harbour View, and you would have the portholes typically on a boat, so we're picking up on that. So this is my favourite spot. It's our outdoor snug out the back of the house. When we were doing the refurbishment, myself and Alan really wanted somewhere that, you know, we could come out on the Sunday morning, read the newspapers and, you know, be outside in the fresh air, yet it's very sheltered. And I suppose what we hoped to achieve, and I think we did, was a private and secluded spot that we're both absolutely delighted with. The outside of our house is pink, and really we wanted to create a gingerbread house. So when people come up the lane and they go, oh, isn't that lovely? So, you know, we're just sharing the love. Well, we're trying to anyway, trying our best.
A lovely leafy lane in suburbia.
And a pretty picket fence.
The curved form is very interesting, isn't it? I wonder, is it a ring or maybe it's a horseshoe?
Very pretty in pink. Interestingly, the ratio of window to wall, the windows are quite small, so I just wonder, will the home be dark inside? Harbour view? Maybe the inside decor is maritime.
I love the arrangement of pots at either side of the front door, the lights. This home looks very inviting.
Shall we?
Yes. Oh, a nice entrance hall. This is gorgeous. I love the colour scheme in here. The fact the floorboards have been painted white allows the light to just reflect around. It's just very crisp and very fresh.
Well, my observation on the windows was wrong. You know, when you come into this room, it's just full of natural light.
This spiral staircase works so well in this room, doesn't it? Because the curve is actually quite pronounced, and this room is a wedge shape, which is already very unusual, but when you put this spiral into it and the two very large mirrors behind, it just feels like the whole room is swirling. It's fascinating.
Lovely Victorian mahogany extendable dining room table and chairs, and I even have a matching baby chair. The word I'd use for this room is simplicity.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. Simplicity is what's so clever in this room. It's just a very simple and very elegant room.
Lovely half door. Out to their favourite spot.
Oh, look at that.
Well, isn't this just perfect? Lovely little table for the evening. West-facing sun coming in here. You know, what a beautiful use of space.
Yeah, I think this homeowner is very good at using every square inch available to them, because this is a bespoke table made for this corner only, and it fits perfectly. It's very comfortable, isn't it?
This is a really cosy, pretty little corner, isn't it?
This is a really beautiful spiral staircase, isn't it? And oh, wow. We're gone up into the attic space now, and look at this beam. It's really beautiful. It's very distressed. There's age and history written all over it. One thing I have noticed, though, when we were outside, the home was called Harbour View. So I expected to come up the stairs and poof, there's the big expose, the harbour beyond, or the views, and this is very internalised. I don't see anything.
This is a very nice room. Lots of natural daylight, and that's really helped by the big skylight up above.
A very small house, funnily enough. From the outside, it looks very big, but because it is that wedge shape, the owners here have very cleverly used every inch of space. And what a delightful couch. Lovely cushions, nice textures. A couple of things in this room. The rugs don't work for me because you've got beautiful carpet and they're not necessary. And the two pendant lights are very strange in this room.
Agreed. I don't like the rugs either, not necessary. And the same for the two pendant lights. You've got beautiful atmospheric lighting around the couch and even dotted around the room. This room is really about chilling out, and those two are really not necessary. Glass door in the bedroom. I suppose allowing light from the bedroom into the hall. Oh, this is a very nice master bedroom. Quite compact in size. It appears to be an extension. Lovely height in here and very tastefully decorated.
The nautical theme is very strong in here again, isn't it? I see the porthole window here with the shutters, the white timber boarding on the ceiling.
Yes, you can see the original house here, the curve at the back. So what they've done is, within a very small piece of land left, they've put on this extension, which works perfectly as the master bedroom. Very clever use of space in this home. The owners have used every inch of this home, both internally and externally, creating a functional home which is refined and discerning in its use of colours. These owners are an inspiration, and I'm giving it a 9.
Behind the pretty exterior is a bright and compact family home. I particularly like the white painted floorboards in the kitchen dining area. I am going to give this home an 8.
This homeowner has navigated the challenge of a wedge-shaped house very well. The curve is also far more prominent than it seemed initially, and prominent internally, which adds to the experience of this house.
Visual display artist Dean Noon and husband Evan renovated and extended their cottage in Galway.
It's not really any one particular style. I think I went with really the style of the building. With the cottage, I didn't want it to lose its character. I wanted it to feel traditional and keep the character there. For the extension, we didn't want to try and make it feel exactly like the cottage. We wanted it to feel completely new and somewhere completely different. We said we'd stick with the same floor throughout the whole bottom of the house so that it had a good flow.
It transitions from the old into the new fairly smoothly because there's lots of rich colours in both sections, I think.
Our furniture really is from all over. I love going to salvage yards and I love giving pieces a new lease of life. So this is our favourite spot. Our home is south facing. So when the sun is shining, we open up the double windows, all the sunlight and all the heat comes in. It actually works all year round because even in the winter, we can let down the blind, light up the stove, and we cozy up here with our 2 dogs.
I think what we like best about the home is the character of the cottage, but also the practicality of the extension.
I am proud of what both of us have done. We have really built the home we've always wanted, and I couldn't really ask for much more.
It looks like a really nice single-storey cottage. I wonder, is there another level because of the skylights in there?
Possibly. I presume this section on the end is new also because it's a different colour, it's slightly lower, it's subservient to the main house.
It, funny enough, reminds me of going to my auntie's down the country, you know, would have been full of mother-in-law's tongue and carnations.
Probably geraniums as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah, gorgeous. Shall we go in?
Yep.
What a gorgeous surprise. Straight into the living room with a gorgeous little mezzanine level. Nice colour tones. They've gone for quite a dark green and then the crisp white. And there's a lovely airy feeling in here.
Well, I think it's just stunning. I describe it as rustic sophisticated.
Yeah.
There's a lovely counterbalance and a real respect for the building. If you look at the door heights, Peter, you can't fit in.
No.
So the origins of this house are here, and they've kept those, and that fascinates me.
The thickness of the original walls is fascinating, isn't it? They wouldn't have had cavity walls back then, so they used large stones to build these thick walls that it gave a thermal mass and it kept the space cool. It was a very simple way of controlling the heat in these houses. I see their favourite spot is here.
Ah, that's nice.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can understand why. It's a southwesterly aspect, so you can imagine throughout the day there's going to be great sun and warmth here into the evening.
I love the fact that that's hand stenciled rather than a wallpaper. You know, it shows creativity in the homeowners, that they like textures and understand them. There's lots of nice sensory and sensual things in this room. Wow, this is fantastic. This is the extension to the cottage. Lots of natural daylight. The choice of colours, again, strong contrasting colours like blue and black. It's a fabulous room.
This is a small house, but there's an amazing sense of the three-dimensional here. There's these tall voids and then smaller spaces. It really works.
Their innate sense of design is really reflected in this space. I just love the fact that the middle of the stairs is painted. I'd say that was an original window in the rear of the house, and you can see the stone from the original wall. That's now a really clever piece of design.
I'd say the homeowner was as careful in the execution as the design because the build quality is excellent.
This table, I'd say, is salvaged, and I love that because it actually gives this home a real tactility.
Absolutely. It's the choice of materials, you know, the timber and then the fabrics. And the fact that they've brought real plants into it brings a good feeling into this home, a sense of well-being.
Linking interior and exterior spaces is something you hear architects speak about a lot. They've executed it very well here.
What a smashing space up in the roof.
Ah, this is lovely, isn't it? Little TV corner. I think the colour tones in here are lovely. You've got lovely dark blue wall that's been brought from downstairs up, and then the white helps reflect the light in here.
I tell you what works really well is this landscape window here. And when you sit here, it's just in your eye line and we can see the mature trees outside and it works well. This room would suggest to me that the homeowner is a designer of sorts because the same restrained material palette has been used. It's just executed very, very well.
Great detail, lovely recycled door.
Yes.
It's about salvage. The colours here are just sensational.
Absolutely. What works a treat is the white reveal, because if that was done in the aubergine colour, it would just suck all the light out of the room. And there's no wardrobe in here. I think that's great.
Deirdre, I think we might find your wardrobe behind here.
Oh, wow, look at that.
This chipboard is fantastic, isn't it?
Fantastic. The texture in that is just brilliant. And it's something that's always hidden, and it's a lovely way to see it expressed.
The fact that the floor runs through the whole house makes a huge difference. Isn't it such a luxury to have this space?
And a gorgeous ensuite beyond.
The simple exterior of this cottage belies the extraordinary interior. That bold colour scheme, the salvaged doors and woodwork, the soft furnishings. I am thrilled to give this home a 10.
This homeowner clearly understands light, space and colour extremely well and has used all three to create a very impressive and comfortable home. This house scores a well-earned 8 from me.
The design of this home feels natural and effortless. I'm really impressed with the home that these owners have created for themselves.
Now that the judges have visited all three homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, Hugh reveals his score for the architectural home in County Down.
When you arrived up in the living room, I was disappointed by that space. It was noisy. There was a couple of functional and layout issues for what should have been a spectacular room. And for that reason, I give it a 6.
Oh my God.
Really? 9, 7 and a 6 gives us 22.
Next, Peter reveals what he gave the converted stables in Dublin.
The fact that this home was curved made for a very interesting layout internally. At the top of that spiral staircase, I expected to find an expansive view over a harbour, which didn't quite materialise. So all in all, I give this home a 7.
Oh, that's a bit harsh now. Gosh, I didn't think it deserved that now. 7, 8, 9 gives us 24.
And finally, Deirdre tells us her score for the renovated cottage in Galway.
Beautiful space, double height, lots of light, great colours, great textures, but the extension was what made this home very special. I thought it was amazing, and I gave it a 10.
Wow, well done, Deirdre.
2 10s and an 8, that gives us 28. And we have our winner.
I'm delighted to see this home through to the final because of its simplicity and hands-on approach, and I think it's a worthy finalist.
For sure.
The home through to the final is the cottage in Galway. Next week, the search continues for Home of the Year.